All right, welcome back to another episode of the KarterKast. I'm your host, Karter Baughan. Sports movies draft time. I'm with Dylan. I'm with Bryan. Welcome back, boys. It's been forever.
Yeah.
Let's go.
First and foremost, Karter, great basketball season. Tuned into all the content, college basketball, NBA. How do we feel about the Celtics? Celtics winning it all, how do we feel?
I mean, they're good. They're awesome, but they're boring.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, they're a boring team. They're lame.
Okay.
They're not cool like the Warriors or like the Bucks and the Celtics. They're lame title teams.
Yeah, not every team can be cool like the Memphis Grizzlies.
Or in jail.
I want to co-sign as well. Karter, what you guys did for basketball, it was awesome. I loved it. And then I wanted to also say you are like me and share the same take that Joe Mazzulla is such a hilarious individual, and that you have to credit Watching the Town as a actual thing to like win a title. Like, you want to win a title, watch The Town. I think that's absolutely electric.
Yeah, and I'll make sure to include Bryan's TikToks in the episode description below. Go follow the TikToks. Go follow the YouTube Shorts. Whatever you do, go follow it. It's the best. Before we get into today's draft, we're brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast, $20 off your first purchase. $50 minimum purchase required at SeatGeek.com. Download the SeatGeek app. Use code KarterKast, $20 off your first purchase. Terms and conditions apply. All right, let's do this.
Can I add a word about SeatGeek? Add to SeatGeek's acumen. So my birthday is August 26th, and my mom was texting my wife about, hey, I want to get Dylan tickets to this mystery event. I don't know because it was for my birthday. And apparently the prices were really high. My mom said to Abby, don't worry, though. I'll use code KarterKast. I get $20 off. There we go. No better place to get your tickets.
Is that Barbara? Barbara Lynn? Is that?
Her username is like B Bruins. Her name's Ricky, Rikki. But
Ricky.
Yep, Ricky Lynn B Bruin 98. I'm fairly certain that's her username. She's active.
She's such a gem, dude. I've only ever interacted with her, obviously on Twitter. She seems so kind, dude. I'm such a fan of your mom. She's cool. She's a cool lady. And Jagan's
living it up at Pebble Beach right now, Bryan.
Good for him. God, I wish I could golf. I haven't been able to have the time.
Real quick, another SeatGeek one. Once again, I said it already on the podcast a few weeks ago, but getting the Zach Bryan floor tickets last second for $100. I mean, shout out SeatGeek.
Huge.
That was
someone messed up there. Someone's getting fired.
Yeah,
someone's getting fired because of that.
That's a huge move.
All right, let's do it. Sports movies draft. You guys know the drill. You know how it goes. If not, snake draft. We picked the order before we started recording. So Bryan first, me second, and Dylan, and then it'll snake back around. Real quick, house rules. Sports movies. We decided sports docs are out. So no 30 for 30s. None of those. Those are complete washes, right?
Like Dylan said, that could be a separate category in itself. Okay. And I believe.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I believe that. I believe that there's a 1A for sports documentaries as well.
Really?
So
I
do. You might as well say it because we're not drafting it.
Okay. So I know, like people are going to say OJ Made in America, but that's, if that series counts, whatever. The U, Part 2.
Ooh. I think I would have gone Survive and Advance for 30 for 30. That would have been my first overall pick. I wouldn't have pandered. I think the pandering one would have been OJ or the when we were kings or whatever, the Ali one. I think that would have been the pander pick, but yeah.
The thing with the OJ one, you give it a year and that's not number one. That's just timely content. That's what that is right now.
Wait, it was COVID, right? Was it COVID? Was that COVID?
Well, the Last Dance might actually be 1-1 for people.
Yeah, Last Dance is probably My 1A would have been the 30 for 30 about the 2006 Duke lacrosse team. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
That's a good one.
Amazing. Covers race, covers politics, covers poverty, socioeconomic status. Beautiful. 1A by far. But we're not doing documentaries today.
All right,
well,
there we go. Go ahead.
Perfect segue. Speaking socioeconomic background, speaking about race, speaking about history, as they would say, my number one pick, and I believe this is the 1A, is Remember the Titans.
Ooh.
Wow.
And this is, let me just say this, right? Okay. Soundtrack, an A. The messaging behind it, obviously an A. Star power, Denzel Washington, one of, if not the greatest actor of all time. Quotable lines, and like not even just like quotable lines, but like quotable lines that like work in life, like attitude reflect leadership, Captain. Like that works. Like that all works. Like Ryan Gosling, like one of the original memes. Like it works. I love Remember the Titans, and to me, like that is a 1A movie.
Huh. Okay.
Also a great movie, not just like a good sports movie. A great movie.
I think a big part of why a lot of people, you can tell who loves Remember the Titans is if they played 4 years of high school football. I think every person that played 4 years of high school football at a legit football school is like, I love Remember the Titans. It's the greatest movie ever.
It's amazing. Hell Week was horrifying. What's up?
Confession time.
Seen it? You haven't seen it?
I have not seen Remember the Titans.
That's homework. That's pitiful.
Homework.
Why are you on this draft right now?
Karter,
That's
Karter.
crazy.
You suggested this draft.
Literally,
That's crazy.
When I was prepping, I'm not a movie guy. When it comes to my choice of entertainment, I want something like The Office, Modern Family, just background noise that might make me laugh a little bit. As I was going through these movies, I was like, I looked through a list of like top 50 sports movies. I was like, I maybe have only seen 7 of these.
What?
That's
not
crazy.
a lot. Not a movie guy.
Brian, he suggested this draft.
That's unbelievable. You've
I
never
asked
seen
Abby.
Remember the Titans?
I've never
That's so
seen it,
crazy.
no. I guarantee you, well, we're going to have a total of 12 movies. I will have seen 4 for sure, my picks. I bet I probably have only seen 7 that get listed today.
Wait, you know that Remember the Titans ended racism, right?
It ended racism?
Buddy.
He's never seen the movie.
I don't know.
Do you know what Remember the Titans is about?
No, he
all I know is
doesn't
Denzel Washington from that Froggy
He
Fresh
doesn't
song.
know- He doesn't know about Remember the Titans.
That's all I know.
You and Abby are watching Remember the Titans tonight. Get a Disney Plus free trial and go watch Remember
Yeah.
the Titans.
All right,
Get a
Remember
box
the
of
Titans.
Kleenex. Try not to cry.
Is it going to make me cry?
What do you does it? If it does, will you not watch it?
No, I'll watch it. I cry
Okay,
frequently
okay.
during movies, actually.
So I'm not a crier during movies. Closest I've been to crying during a movie was Schindler's List, which won't get drafted today. But
no,
That
no,
is
no sports in that movie.
You'd think others might think differently.
Depends who you ask.
all right, I'll go next. I don't think this would have been my first pick. I'm kind of playing the draft game because I'm worried about Dylan stealing this pick. So I want to
There's
get
no
this
way.
now. Moneyball going second.
Gosh dang it!
Wow, that's a great pick. Fuck, Moneyball's so good.
Moneyball,
That's a great movie. That's a
I think
great
you could argue
movie.
Moneyball is the best sports movie ever. Brad Pitt. It might
Yeah.
be Brad Pitt's best movie. He was unbelievable in it. It's a great movie. Like most sports movies, I don't want to tip picks here, but a certain one about the NFL draft is legit dog poop compared to Moneyball, where all of a sudden a guy's trading a running back and all this crap. He's trading for a running back. What are we doing here? Make it realistic. Moneyball was unbelievable. Brad Pitt's the best. I don't think I need to even sell it even more. Moneyball, and I knew Dylan. Dylan's an analytics guy.
You
He's
knew
getting
it.
more and more into football or baseball by the day. I said, all right, I should have gone 1-all because I should not have risked Dylan going 1-1 because he would have taken Moneyball.
I was going to take Moneyball. That sucks. That sucks. It's
You know
such
what
a good. Go ahead, Brian.
No. I mean, I was just gonna say. I think the one thing I want to add, in addition to, like Carter's right, but I also think like the memedom of it all, like it's like the significance that it's had on the internet, like in sports Twitter with Jonah Hill being like, this is Haktua girl, Haktua girl, is
Does this.
5'2", but her best power is that she can Haktua. You know what I mean? It's like an unbelievable, like the cultural significance of that movie still holds up. Great pick, Karter.
There is when I talk about this movie, I might tip off my future picks, or at least what I was looking at when I was making these decisions. But there is an element of the movie and what happens in the movie changed the course of how people view baseball. It ushered in a sabermetric era where prior to this time, you didn't see platoons. You had teams of 9 guys that were playing every day. You didn't see special matchups for left-handed or right-hand pitchers. And this movie encapsulates a change in the sport. And it really is beautiful. As much as we want to joke about you taking my pick, it is it kind of shows how the baseball world changed, which is great. I appreciate that.
And I know in a world that we don't like flip through cable channels as much as YouTube TV now, but if you're sitting there on YouTube TV one night, you're bored, and all of a sudden Moneyball's on, and it just ends up on your TV, you're not turning it off. You're watching till the end. No matter what part you jumped in on, you watch till the end.
I just watched that movie for the first time this past winter. I think it was on Netflix, and I got bored and watched it. I had always wanted to, never could find it, and awesome movie. It also shows, like, there's a theme of ushering a new way of just doing things in general. You want to change something, there's always going to be people that's like, no, I've done this for years. This is the right way to do it. And that isn't necessarily true. I feel like that's a lesson that we all could take, whether it's our personal lives, work lives, whatever. So, all around, amazing movie. I am jealous, Karter.
There we go. I love it. Back to back for you, Dylan. I'm just before you go, I'm so excited to hear your picks and where these go.
I don't know. There's some of these that are classics. Some of these, I have one that I don't think anybody will have, but it means the movie means a lot. It's not this one though. My first pick, I'm going A League of Their Own. A League of Their Own. Iconic baseball movie. This was one that I grew up on. My mom loved it. You have the There's No Crying in Baseball. For those, if you haven't watched the movie and you're watching, all of the men that were playing baseball went to go serve in World War II. They had women play baseball, not softball, baseball. You have the interesting part at the end where we can have the conversation. Did Dottie drop the ball when Kit came into home to lose the game? Did she drop the ball on purpose? Did she actually drop the ball? All around great movie that it's just interesting to see stereotypes from back then about women played out in the movie. Like, they had to wear dresses. They had to look pretty. Even Marla Hooch, the one girl that didn't look pretty, they were like, what do you recommend? The lady says a lot of night games. That's an iconic line because she was not the stereotypical pretty woman. So, A League of Their Own, another movie that I've personally done. You scroll through, you see that it's on. I'm gonna watch it.
All right. I don't have any contention about this pick, Bryan.
You know, I don't want this to be a Dylan versus B kind of storyline developing.
Oh, brother.
But I actually, first round for A League of Their Own, I don't know. Here's my
say you hate it.
That's interesting. Yeah.
It's not even that I hate the movie. I just think there's so many better movies. Like if like we got together and, you know, let's say, you know, we wanted to put a movie on, like a sports movie. We're like looking for a sports movie. A League of Their Own is not even, because it's a little too, I don't know. There's something about it where compared to the other ones that are available, I just think that's a solid like third round, fourth round selection. But here's the thing. I'm gonna have third round, fourth round selections. If you love the movie, you love the movie.
But Bryan, was it on your board at all?
Not even. Nope. It's not on my board.
It didn't make my board at all.
It's not on my board.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's not on my board.
It's not on my board.
It's not on my board. Didn't even enter my thought process.
So when are we getting the official tweet out that KarterKast hates women? That's my question. Do we need to have a talk with Justine and Anna, or
you know what the funniest part about this is Dylan has the access to the Twitter account, so Dylan's tweeting on it too. So.
I hear what you guys are saying, your reservations about the movie, and this really just goes to show maybe this was something that I grew up on. Like I said, my mom loved the movie. We watched it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
And I kind of killed your draft. You know, I'm like the Golden State Warriors getting Curry, while the Knicks are like, "Are you kidding me? I wanted Curry in the 09 draft." So
you did screw me up there.
I got Curry. Dylan, you're walking away with Johnny Flynn. It's okay. Yeah. All right, go pick 4.
Pick 4. My second pick. I'm gonna go Hoosiers.
Ah, dang it.
I'm gonna go Hoosiers.
That was my next one. That's a great pick, Dylan.
I figured that would be a Karter pick, and I'm not the biggest of basketball guys, but it's a classic redemption story that's not even just one redemption story. It's a two-way redemption story. You have the alcoholic father, Gene, the head coach, gets thrown out on purpose and is like, hey, buddy, you got to step up and do it. All-time great movie. That has a little bit of like a racial thing in it when they go and face, I forget the school, at Butler, Oak something, I think. They go and, it's an all-black team. They're an all-white, small school team. Overall, really good movie. One that I watch from time to time. Yeah, that's my second pick. Hoosiers.
Yeah, having a white conservative father that loves basketball, and he loved John Stockton, John Wooden, Steve Nash,
Probably
those
Pistol
kind of
Pete.
guys.
Yeah.
You grew up on Hoosiers. It was you elbow straight. You don't mess around.
Fundamentals. No shooting.
Yeah,
No shooting.
Oh my God! Growing
Pass
up
4
playing,
times.
Growing up playing in LDS churches all the time, you got it. You better have your elbow straight and a great jump shot. Great jump
I love
shot.
that.
And you watch Hoosiers. So, great pick. This was my next pick. You stole it from me. You get a little
We're
back
even.
on me. So, I will say, when you rewatch Hoosiers now, the actual basketball scenes are horrific. It's like High School Musical bad.
Oh wow.
I didn't know if I
I'll have to
tipped a
rewatch
pick
it.
there.
No. So fun fact for this is gonna sound stupid because we were giving Dylan such a hard time for not seeing a ton. I've never seen Hoosiers. I just have never seen it.
Ooh.
It's one of the rare sports movies that and I love Gene Hackman. It's just I remember growing up as a kid, like flipping through, or you'd see like you'd see Hoosiers pop up, and every time I saw it, it was like Gene Hackman was yelling at somebody, and I was like, I'm not in the mood. So I just never got in the mood.
All right, I'll go next. 5th overall pick, my second pick of the second round. I got many choices here. I might go with a newer. Do I go with a newer movie or do I go with an older movie? What do you think, Dylan? What do you think?
Older.
You go older movie?
Yeah.
I think this older movie is actually going to make it back around. I'm going to take the newer one, so give me Iron Claw.
No clue what that is.
Give me Iron Claw. You haven't seen it, Dylan?
No.
Oh, brother.
That's Anna. That's Anna. She heard you talking about A League of Their Own.
You hate us?
I'm going Iron Claw. I think the movie is unbelievable. Dylan, you need to go watch it. If you're worried about crying about Remember the Titans, this is on a whole nother level, man. It is.
Wait, this was
It's a very recent wrestling movie.
Is it about a brother?
It's about the
There's
Von
a-
Erichs.
It's the Zac Efron, and then the guy from The Bear.
Yeah, I see. I didn't like
Okay.
him in the movie. I thought his Texas accent was pitiful, but I thought Zac Efron was fantastic in that movie. But anyhow, Brian, what do you think about Iron Claw going around?
I have no opinion because I haven't seen it. I hear it's fantastic, though. I hear it's really, really good. I just haven't seen it. I haven't got the.
I could have waited to the 4th round.
You could have. Yeah.
All right, just go ahead. We don't even need to talk about it.
Okay, so my next pick. Okay, so I've been thinking about this a ton, and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with it, and I really genuinely feel like this is the right pick in right location. I think I'm getting 2 first-round picks. I'm getting another first-round pick in the second round. I think it's also a baseball movie in a great category. And I think it's tier 1 of baseball movies in that category. I'm going Major League, the
Wow.
comedy.
That's
Starring-
a good movie. That's a good movie.
Starring Wesley Snipes, and then a bunch of other guys that I don't know, but the movie's awesome.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen's in that, the Wild Thing.
Yeah, Wild Thing.
And there's a guy named like Tom Bergeron, I think. I always see it in the credit, and I wonder who the fuck that guy is because I have no idea who he is in the movie. But everything about that movie is phenomenal. The storytelling is phenomenal. The setup that like this owner is like trying to sell the team and move locations, and they're all gonna get they're all gonna lose their job, and they got a shitty catcher to come back, and it's the setup is fantastic, and then the winning streak, like it's all there. It's just a fantastic group of characters. It is, to me, one of the funniest, if not the funniest sports movie period.
Yeah, see the comedy. That's where I was trying to figure out where to go with this draft. I wanted to wait until comedy went. So other sports comedy movies. That's why I wanted to wait. Now this kind of shakes up my draft because now I see you got Major League. Now I'm like, oh crap, I need to get a comedy movie. So that kind of shook up my draft. I think that's a great pick. I think that's insane value in the end of the second round.
I do want to get this out there. Personally, I think Major League 2 is better than the first Major League.
That's what I hear. I've never seen Major League 2.
Oh, Brian, you gotta watch Major League 2. That's a great movie, especially if you like the first one.
Question. So let's get this out of the way real quick. If he drafts Major League, does he get all the Major Leagues or just the one? Okay, just making sure.
One.
No,
I think that clears up a different movie. So, all right, Brian, back to back.
Okay, this feels really good. I feel like I'm like in a good place in the draft right here, and like I feel like this is gonna set me up for the long run to kind of have. I feel like I'm gonna be like the Ravens. You draft the best player available, and the best player available is D2 the Mighty Ducks. This is two guys that haven't seen D2 the Mighty Ducks. I can tell. I can tell.
No, I'm not. I haven't.
You've never seen D2 the Mighty Ducks, right?
No, that's the only
I
one
knew
I've
it.
seen.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
D2 the Mighty Ducks, Gordon Bombay.
Yeah, we should have picked a different draft.
we don't know any of these movies. Do we know what a movie is?
We should have picked fast foods. Should have picked fast food,
We
dude.
have to switch to fast food items. Cheesy Gordita Crunch might be my next pick.
Shoot.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch might be my next pick. Doc, we've never seen D2 the Mighty Ducks.
No, I haven't.
Triple Dick. Triple Deke. What if he goes? He'll go. What if he goes stick side? He's fancy. What if he goes glove side? He's fancy. He'll go stick. Team USA. Quack quack quack. Wow.
Not a clue.
I haven't done it. That's my fault. The problem.
Damn.
Is the graphics gonna look so great, and people are gonna watch this and be like, "These are idiots." What?
They've
These
never
are
watched a
uncultured
movie.
idiots. They did a sports movies draft.
Oh fuck, that's so funny.
All right. I guess it's my pick.
Wait, real fast. Can I just say how quickly did I clock that neither of you saw that movie?
That was quick.
Immediately.
You can tell with the reactions.
All right. Let's. I think I'm gonna have my entire draft board available the rest of this thing. Let's take a home run. Let's go with Rocky, and we'll go with a specific one. Let's go Rocky. This might be controversial. Rocky 1.
Yes. Yes. I have a Rocky on my list. It's not that one.
Well, I know which one you had. I think 1's the better movie. I think 4's the better story. I think 4's the one people remember more, but I think if you go rewatch it, I think 1's better than 4.
I think you're right. I think 1 is just objectively, like, from start to finish, a better like feeling, the feelings of it. You're like, you don't know this guy. He's so endearing with what's her name?
Adrian.
He's so endearing with Adrian. He's down on his luck. He's like half, he's like, you're like, this guy special? Like, what's his deal? And then like, like he's kind of like, you like turtles. He's always like, he's just very endearing. And he's like, I'm going to make someone of my life. You vibe with 1. But the thing is, I prefer 3 and 4 over 1.
Okay.
But I love 4.
Yeah.
The most.
I would go 4. I think if you I didn't want to pander. I had to go with a personal draft. I walked in here. I said, I could take Remember the Titans, Major League, and Mighty Ducks. But then I'd be pandering.
This is not pander.
All right, Dylan, you're up.
Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is my next pick, and for many reasons. I think it's a very good movie. It's, in my opinion, the best of the Rocky movies, but also the time it was released and the theming and the message that it was trying to send, whether you're very patriotic or not very patriotic, there was a clear contrast being drawn between America and the Soviet Union. A lot of great quotes. If he dies, he dies. That's an iconic one right there. if you don't want to get political and talk about USA versus Soviet Union, because that released right in the middle of the Cold War, you could talk about anabolic steroids. That kind of put that conversation on the map. We knew Ivan Drago was taking those anabolic steroids, and it was very evident when Apollo was up there giving him the jabs and the hooks, and it was just like the dude wasn't feeling anything.
Timeout. Isn't it crazy? Like, I feel like we haven't had a steroid thing in a while. Like, these dudes are totally still taking them.
Oh, sure.
Everyone's
let's
just
sweep that under the rug.
Everyone's like, I feel like steroids were so big, and then after A-Rod, everyone and Lance Armstrong, everyone's like, we don't care.
Yeah, people stop caring about that stuff. People are like now. I think people are the opposite, turning pro steroids.
Yeah,
I think I'm the same. I think I'm,
I might do steroids and Ozempic at the same time. Who knows? I might just get yacked.
Oh wow,
that's actually it's a deadly cocktail, my friend.
All right, Dylan, back to back.
Yep, Rocky IV. The next one, my last pick. Right, this is the last pick.
Yeah, last pick for you.
I'm not going to get to do any of my funny ones.
I know, that's the thing. I had the funny ones, and I don't know. Keep going.
Karate Kid, 80s timeless classic. The freeze frame at the end of the movie when he's kicking, I can't remember, maybe Johnny. I think it's Johnny, right in the face to send him out. You have the iconic Mr. Miyagi to Danielson's knee, wax on, wax off, iconic. All around a great movie that, in my opinion, fell off in the sequels. But the first original Karate Kid, one of the best sports movies that I've watched. And it just has the 80s feel, too. I enjoy the 80s feel.
Yeah, I don't hate the pick. I mean, getting a fourth round, I'm not like a huge fan of Karate Kid, but fourth round, it's going to look great on the graphic.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's tremendous value there. I will say, myself personally, I'm not a huge Karate Kid fan. I think I've seen it one time, but there's nothing like an 80s movie when it comes to the feeling. 80s movies somehow encapsulate this unbelievable, unless it's like The Breakfast Club or something like that, but like these 80 movies like Karate Kid or Rocky IV, like whatever, they're able to like encapsulate like this, I don't know, this like American feeling where I'm like, let's fucking go, dude.
I want to throw this in there too. Maybe we can open this up for discussion. I almost feel like that movies are better when they're not in 4K. When they're a little blurry, when they're a little granulated.
I don't know about that because
he had me. I was like, oh, Dylan's on something.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know about that because I think if people go back and look at Rocky IV and Rocky I, I feel like if you watch Rocky I, you're like, the picture's kind of annoying. Like, I'm just going to watch Rocky IV. Like, when it has that other... If a sequel is on the same par, you're going to pick the one with better picture.
I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but then again, I think of it now, would I want to watch Rocky IV in 1080p, 60 frames per second? I don't think I want to. I think I want to watch it in 720.
Maybe that helps with certain movies, but then you think about old Star Wars, and you're like, this looks terrible. Like, for the time, it's unbelievable, but right now, it's kind of tough. Especially you're a kid growing up and you're watching the really old Star Wars. You're like, what is this?
It is funny to see.
But at the time, you don't know any better. When you're
exactly. Well, when you're 7 or 8 right now, and you see this, I'm about to see USA get bounced by Uruguay in 4K tonight. Meanwhile, I'm watching Star Wars Episode 4 or whatever on the crappiest 720 480p footage.
So you're talking about being a kid now,
and
then watching something. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, the weirdest part is I know you guys feel this way. All of a sudden, you get these highlights. I saw Chris Paul highlights pop up on my feed the other night. I'm like, this looks like it's from 1980. What
what the fuck?
This was 2009.
It is so strange to see old footage from not even whatever 12 years ago, 10 years ago, and you're like, where is Jimmy V? Why does it feel like Jimmy V's supposed to be out there right now? You know what I mean? Running around. It's so crazy. You're just like, what the fuck? It's the Wake Forest from 2011. What are we doing?
All right. Last pick for me. Iron Claw ruined my draft. I went with too many tearjerkers. I went with some sad movies. I need a lighthearted movie. We'll do honorable mentions right after. I got 3 funny movies. I feel good about any of them, so I'm going to go with...
Talladega Nights. Go ahead.
No, it's on there. It's on there, but I don't want to do it. I don't... Is NASCAR a sport? I don't know. 5.
Sandlot.
4. You know what? No. I'm not going to pander. I'm going to go with The Express. Go outside the box.
The Ernie Davis story?
Yes. Yeah. I don't want to pander. I don't think the comedy ones were going to look great on the graphic. I'm going The Express. If you haven't seen it, great movie. Go check it out. Ernie Davis, Syracuse running back. Great movie.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, Dylan. Dylan, what you hate the pick? You hate the pick? You
Never seen it.
So
who's
you
Eric?
agreed
Who's this
with,
Eric guy?
So you're saying you agreed with the people that didn't want him to play running back at Syracuse, huh? You wanted
Interesting, Dylan.
You wanted Jim Smith to start.
Was this man black?
Yeah.
Is that why you're asking me that? Then I completely disagree. I think that's wrong. I think that he had every right to play. But I've never seen the movie.
Bryan,
Way to
Mr.
take a
Irrelevant.
stand, Dylan. Way to take a stand.
I will say it right now. Breaking news on the podcast: racism, bad.
Hey, Dylan, from my people to your people, thank you.
I'll let him know. Thanks.
So is it?
So after this episode, the social account's going to tweet out racism bad, women bad.
What's? Yeah. Oh shoot. Okay.
All right, Bryan, Mr. Irrelevant.
So here's the thing. Listen, contrary to popular belief, I haven't been playing for the board. I've been playing, man. Because here's the thing. I had, man. It's hard because I got three. So I'll do honorable mention. I just feel like you have to. I'm gonna. Damn it! I can't believe I'm doing this. All right, this is wow. I'm shocked. This is Vontez perfect, no matter what or whatever. What is the stupid NFL draft? The movie. It's like so and so, no matter what, whatever. It's Vontez perfect.
Draft day.
Yeah, the draft day movie, whatever that is. I'm gonna actually say Invincible, the Mark Wahlberg movie. Have you not seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dylan,
now I did watch it on TV. It was a TV. It's one I've seen on TV. I didn't watch like Netflix or in the movie. But it was an FX watch.
Okay, well that's a good way to watch it. Dylan, have you seen it?
I've not.
All right. So I could have. My honorable mentions are much better, but for whatever reason, no matter what I'm doing, I throw on Invincible, or if Invincible's on TV, I'm watching it from start to finish. Like the way the movie starts, like this, it's got star power. We got star power. Mark Wahlberg, a great message, right? Like you can change the color of your stripes. You can go out and change your life in some way if you take action, take a chance. There's a oddly weird villain in the movie, which is like a friendship because jealousy. I always think that's weird. The thing that I want to say is that Mark Wahlberg does an incredible job of making this guy seem, like he comes from humble beginnings. He comes in here and he's like not. You can just really sense that this guy's not entitled. He's a man of the people. He can't pay the bills. It's why his wife leaves him. She, leaves him home alone, and he just played a game of street football. Also Philly. It's like a great movie that like leaves you a little bit inspired. Like you can change, you can, go out there, take life by the fucking horns, do the best you can, be the best you can.
Yeah, and I know we didn't mention
grab
this
yourself
movie.
by your bootstraps.
We can
There you go.
we can discuss honorable mentions now, but like I think Invincible's a better movie than Rudy.
Yes, 100%. Rudy sucks.
Yeah.
I hate Rudy.
Okay, all right. I did want to do this to add to the we might have to do like an added thing on the graphic where we do an honorable mention top 4 to see if it beats any of our top. If it beats all of us.
Yeah.
I think it might. All right, let's see here. Honorable mentions. Obviously, there's Rudy. What do you have, Brian?
So for my honorable mention, I got one is Miracle. That was almost because I thought Star Power, great speech, one of the greatest speeches in sports movie history. Great opportunities, not tonight. And then I got Cool Runnings, and then the last one I had besides Miracle, Cool Runnings. Oh, my favorite that I didn't get a chance to draft, The Replacements.
Okay.
It's a really funny movie about Keanu Reeves being a replacement quarterback. Great fake name, Shane Falco.
Falco's awesome.
Dylan, what honorable mentions do you have?
Most of mine were comedy. The
Gilmore?
one non-comedy, no Happy Gilmore for me.
Okay.
Not a huge fan of that movie. Legend of Bagger Vance is probably the one non-comedic one. Iconic line at the end, the kid says, "Golf is the only game where you can call a penalty on yourself if you're honest," which most people are. Iconic. I also had Sandlot, Talladega Nights, Kicking and Screaming, underrated sports movie with Mike Ditka, Will Ferrell, awesome.
That is
And
awesome.
High School Musical.
Dylan,
We can laugh about High School Musical, but I mean that single-handedly ushered in a whole new era of musicals, and they had like 3 movies from it.
And I also think if we did an honorable mention like that got included on the graphic where it was just High School Musicals 1, 2, and 3, I think social media might just boost those and just
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah.
Because then they get all the women votes because and then you throw like The Blind Side at the very end, and they're like, "Oh my,
Oh,
what
that's
trash.
yeah.
The problem
I
is,
forgot about that movie.
I was gonna pick. I had The Blind Side on my board, but you can't pick that movie now after the whole thing went down. After where they're like all this sketchy stuff with the adoption and everything. You're like, don't feel good about taking that movie. Other ones I had Bryan song, We Are Marshall, Glory Road.
Man, those are some good ones.
Yeah, it was between We Are Marshall and The Express at the end. And I was like, well, I got some sad effing movies, dude. I need something a little bit better. I had Air on my board. And now, I thought Air could have been done way better. The ending where Matt Damon has that stupid speech at the table with Michael Jordan or whatever with his parents, I thought that was one of the lamest things ever, and it was super cringy, to be honest. But maybe that was just me. Like, you didn't like?
I'm with you.
How'd you like Air?
So I appreciated the I'm not really into biopics or whatever. I appreciated like a peek behind the curtain of 1980s Oregon and Nike and what was happening with all that, but like it really didn't feel like I don't know. They're just like Hollywoodifying it or whatever. Where I'm like, nah. I'm not gonna. I don't feel like this is how it happened or how it went down or like they're combined. I think they combined it like 3 dudes. I don't know if that happened or not, but I just thought it was whatever.
Draft Day was on mine, even though I don't like it. I just had to include it on the board. And then Brian, I hope you know this movie, The Goal Movies with Santiago Munez.
Yes, yes. No, I hate those movies.
You hate them?
But he was on Real Madrid at one point, so it was okay.
He went from Newcastle to Real Madrid.
Yeah. For whatever reason, as a kid, I was like,
if you
fuck
watched
this
that
movie.
at like 9, 10 years old, you're like, this movie is. I liked it. I thought it was an awesome movie. I bet if I watch it now, I'm like, this movie sucks.
I think I watched it when I was 9 or 10, and I think I just hated it. I was like, that's not how that works. Can I say one thing? I want to say the line from The Legend of Bagger Vance. Dylan, what's that line?
Golf is the only game, or golf is the only sport you can call a penalty on yourself if you're honest, which most people are.
What a beautiful fucking line. What a beautiful, perfect symbolism for Americano thinking. Like, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. On the right before the 4th of July, let's fire it up.
And you factor in the fact the kid was like, what, 8 years old and somehow carrying clubs all day, being a caddy?
Is that Shia LaBeouf?
Oh, shoot. The Matt Damon's the main character. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Charlize Theron's in that movie. I was a fella head over heels in love with Charlize Theron when I was a kid when I saw that movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, great TNT movie.
I do have to bring up. You would say that's patriotic, but I don't get a 4th of July shout out for Rocky IV.
Yeah, no, that's a no.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but it's the line. The line is paid.
Oh,
the line feels very
okay.
right. Like it's that ownership, the Americana way of thinking. It's like something like George Clooney would say on a Tuesday to a guy, after he had his cup of coffee and they had an interaction, and people would be like, "That's Americana. That's wholesome."
Brian, I saw on Twitter you're not a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood guy.
No, fuck that movie.
Have you seen it more than once?
No. It's like 3 hours, right? I don't like here. Let me just say this: I'm like Dylan. I'm not a movie guy. I am not interested for whatever reason. Like I pay for all the stupid shit, but like I don't. I'll look over at Netflix and I'll go. I don't want to see any of this stuff. I just want to watch a game or I don't know, YouTube, I guess. But like I felt like there was a lack of story. Like it just felt like everything was.
Watch
and
it.
not as connected.
If you have a BS plane ride coming up soon, watch
I do
it a second
Japan.
time.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm going to Japan in August, boys. Yeah,
So-
thank you.
Watch it a second time because I almost walked out of the theater the first time. I was like, "This is the dumbest movie I've ever watched." Like, what are we doing? The Margot Robbie storyline of it all. I'm like I understand
so
they had to
ridiculous.
include her because the Sharon Tate stuff and whatnot, but also it's like. Dude, she said like 12 words in the movie. It's just her walking around dancing, looking good. That's about it. Like, and so like we could have cut off 45 minutes of that movie. For
It's too
sure.
long.
It is too long for sure. If you watch it again, you're like, okay, it's not that bad. I don't think it's this 9.5 out of 10 movie that should win all these awards, but like it's a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10 movie for sure.
I'll check it out again. I do think DiCaprio's hilarious, and I also
DiCaprio's great in that movie.
I also like if you can if the internet decides like we're gonna make memes out of your movie that like transcend like your movie, I'll be more positive about it when I watch it. Like all the DiCaprio memes that came out of that movie were fantastic. So
yeah, because you're gonna watch it, you're gonna like, I love DiCaprio, and then they move over to the Margot Robbie storyline stuff, and you're like, can I just fast forward and like this is like not to be rude, but like come on, like nothing. I don't need to see her watching her own movie in the theater for 20 minutes of the movie. Like, what are we doing?
It's dumb.
Yeah, because I watched it a second time on the plane. I was like, oh, yeah, that was great. Anyhow, let me recap the draft real quick. Bryan started off. I'll go with Bryan's draft real quick. It was Remember the Titans, Major League, D2 Mighty Ducks, and Invincible. Dylan, A League of Their Own, Hoosiers, Rocky IV, and Talladega Nights. And then I'm just messing with you, Karate.
I was going to say, what?
And then my draft, Moneyball, Iron Claw, Rocky I, and The Express. I'll be honest, I was rusty. I hate my draft.
I think that there might have been a little bit of oversight in the draft that I wanted to do, and I think we have to get this crew back on for fast food items.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm in.
Just stop the recording and just record it right now, right off the cuff.
There we go.
It takes 10 minutes because we all just rip through it.
Yeah. Like In-N-Out double. Cheese gordita crunch, McDouble, heavy hitter, McDonald's. It's just bam, bam, bam.
The
bam.
first episode that could be a YouTube short. Don't even have to post the full thing.
Well, you know what? I'm in. You know what we could do with it too? I think it would be fun is if because we're all from different areas, like your regional area where there isn't one that has one, like maybe or like a region specific fast food item.
Dub for me, that is a fat dub for me. If we're doing,
not just your. What I mean is like a region specific. So like for example, you're like for example. Now I'm not trying to tip any picks here, but let's say, I'm not trying. Well, okay, this is not gonna. It's not even gonna be on my board at all. White Castle, right? White Castle's like in the Midwest and I think the Northeast, but it's not out here. You could be like, oh, the slider from White Castle. Like if that's your regional specific pick, like I think that adds. I think that could be somewhat fun. Because, like, let me tell you something. Culver's? I don't know. I've been to Culver's. Fuck, that place is delicious.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, you hate Culver's.
I fucking love Culver's.
I
What?
hate Culver's. Overpriced. You can get the same food at McDonald's. Like, I've
only been to Culver's once.
You're gonna charge me $12 for a burger that I could go get at McDonald's for $2? Are you serious right now? And they want to say that they have some special ice cream. It's just ice cream. And they charge us $7 for a concrete mixer or whatever you want to call it.
Now we're getting red Dylan out. Let's go.
Abby loves it. Her family loves it.
I love it.
would much rather spend money going to Canes or something like that. If I'm gonna spend that kind of money.
See,
Canes is crazy, bro.
We might need to switch the recording right now and just start this right now. 'Cause we might have to do this right now. We might need to stop this while we're ahead. Thank you guys so much for coming on the draft. Use code KarterKast at SeatGeek. $20 off, $50 minimum purchase required. Terms and conditions apply. Go to SeatGeek.com. Download the SeatGeek app today. Bryan, thank you. Dylan, thank you. Great draft. I think I was rusty, so the graphics not going to look great. But I'm excited. It's draft season, boys. I can't wait for the fast food draft. We're going to have to do more of these. I mean, we can pop these out like 20, 30-minute drafts, and we'll just pop them all the time, all summer long.
I'm in.
Love it.
All right, I love it, guys. All right, check in the episode description below to follow us on all social media and everything. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.